Hello friend, in this video lecture I am going to discuss about the differences between for versus for each loop in Java programming. So this is the example of for loop, and here you can see this is the example of for each loop. So here you can see when you are using for loop, here this is the initialization part, here condition check, and when the condition is true, then that go to the body of for loop, and here that do the increment or decrement. And here you can see this is the for each loop. The indication of for each loop, here you can see colon is there. Okay, so a double r value here, this all values that go to here int k. So according to data type, you need to give the data type values at this place. Okay, so if int is there, you should give int, char, string. So let's understand how's the program work. So here I have taken integer array type variable a double r, and this all element that I initialize 0 index, and here 1 index, and here 2 index. Now I value start from 0. So there is the I, so it's start from 0. Now here after this that comes to this point. Okay, so then that check the condition. A- so here I less than a double r dot length. So length method is used to count the total number of array. So here total numbers of arrays 3. So a double r that come a double r dot length, this come 3. So it come 3. Now here after I value is now 0, 0 less than 3. So if the condition is true, then that go body of the for loop. And here that display a double r 1 of 0 position. So 1 of 0 position 12 is there. So 12 print. Now here after next is I increase. So I is now that come 1. So the step is first is initialization, next is condition check, hereafter body part, and next increment or decrement. And hereafter that comes to this point, and check the condition. I value is now 1, 1 less than or 3, condition again true. So if the condition is true, then the for loop continue. System.out.println. So a double r 1 of 1 position that display the value. So here 1 of 1 position 56. So it's display 56. Now hereafter I increase. So I is 2 now. 2 less than 3, condition is true. So again the condition is true. Then that go inside here. A double r 1 of 2 position 76 is there. 76 print. Now hereafter here come to this point. I is now 3. And here 3 less than 3. So here the condition is not true, so condition false. So if the condition is false, so that not go to the body part, hereafter that out from the for loop. So this is the step of execution of for loop. Now let's understand about the for each loop. So here this a double r 2, here this all element, so 0 index, here 1 index and 2 index. So here the first time a double r 2 of 0 index value that comes. So here that come 12, and next that go to the value here k. So k is now 12. Hereafter that come inside and k print. That print 12, and hereafter the next is again for each loop continue. So next time that come 56, and 56 go to k, and here that print 56. So here this is 12, next is 56, and here after next is that comes 76. 76 go to k, and here that print 76. So this is the steps of execution of this program. So next there is no any value, so for each loop that to terminate. Okay, so here for each loop indication colon is there. So this is the program for and for each loop. Now here you can see this is for each for loop, and if I run this program, so here you can see the output. So here you can see the output for loop and for each loop. So here, so you can see 1 2 3 4 and 4 lines of code, and here 1 2 3 4, and if you count this total 1 2 3 4 5 6, and here 1 2 3 4 5 6. So both are same, but here you can see this is by using for each loop you need to specify less number of values. Okay, less number of this. Now hereafter there is one important thing. So if you give here array higher or lower values, so it generate exception. Now if I run this code, so here you can see a thread main Java. So here Java out of bounds, Java array index out of bound exception. So this is the problem with for loop. So when the value of array lower higher, then the array that for loop that generate the error. But there is no any condition with for each loop. So whatever the value that come from the array that go to this part, and hereafter one by one that comes to k and print. So there is no any condition. Okay, so this is the things. Now hereafter you can see, so this is the now here for each loop. So if you are using char, okay, so here char type array type variable I have taken. So this is the value, and here that count the length, and here you can see this is the number of chords of for loop, and here you can see this is the number of chords that for each loop. So if you give here char array, so here you must specify char. After that code work. But when you are using let's give a string, so here automatically it's error come, so a string cannot be resolved. Okay, so you need to give char. If char declare char, this is the char, then it must be char. Now let's run and see the output. So here I'm going to run test. So here you can see for each loop output, and here you can see this is the list example with for each loop. So here if you are using collection or here list, so better use for each loop. So in list, this is the array list integer type. Okay, so here I enter all integer, and this all values inside I list object L1 and added this all 10 20 30. Now L1 has this all values. Now L1 value one by one go to n, and n print. So very simplest use of for each loop, so no any condition is there. Okay, so when here if you remove the values, there is no any. So let's see at here I just remove the values, so there is no any effect on the for each loop. The for each loop next that receive only 3 element, and that print the 3 element. Now run the code. Here you can see this is the 3 element or that print. Okay, but if you remove or add elements with the array, so array can generate any kind of exception. Okay, so here if I remove and if I give here the values less than equal to, and if I remove the values, definitely it will generate the exception. So this is the problem with the for loop. So here you can see index out of bound exception. Okay, so this is here exception it's generating. But for each loop that handle index out of bound exception very easily. So I hope guys this video is helpful for you. So now in this video it's over. So thanks for watching. See you next video. Thank you.